Chat, let's have a look. Do we quickly break down the drama? I think we should. They said that the creator of the M4A4 said he would be down to join a call real quick. Earlier today. I hope that he's still here. Let me see. Let me show you for the whole picture. Let me show you his replies as well. Let me quickly do this. Boom. This is his reply to the whole thing. He saw it, of course, and he replied to it as well. Which is, I mean, to be honest, his reply seems a little bit, I mean, I don't know, man. Here. I've clearly not copied straight up. Bro! I don't know what, like, that he realizes what he just typed, man. I've collected inspiration, yes, but I also have the original hand drawing of the artwork on the M4A4 Timaku. I have a degree in graphic design and I know copying artwork is not okay. It looks similar, yes, but it is not the same. And then we have the drawing and one more drawing of another skin. One more drawing of the other skin. And some hearts. We have another reply. Are you sure about that? Was the reply from the first guy. Yes, I'm sure. It is similar, but not 100% the same. Which is... Bro, what am I looking at, bro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2... this one has 5 eyelashes. This one has 5 eyelashes. I see there's a difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never mind. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Shit. But then at what point, like... like... I don't know, chat. I have no idea about, like, copyright and shit. At what point is it an infringement or whatever? At what point is it stealing? And at what point is it just, like, inspired? Or just another guy happened to have done the same art? Like, you know, I don't know. I don't even know if this is popular or not. I think this is just a random guy from what is it called? Like the app that the moms use. Fucking Pinterest or something. He typed, yeah. Let me call T-Rex, who's gonna be the neutral party, I would say. He designed some skins himself and everything, and he's like, he created some maps. T-Rex, how are you doing?
How are you doing? Who won the game?
We won the game.
Who's we?
GU.
G2, okay.
Yes.
Good.
Rip also to you. It's here for Liquid, no?
Yeah, first of all, I didn't watch, but no. Yeah, it's nice. G2, like, aren't they like on a historic winning streak or something? I saw on Twitter.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. We are right now, I think, 18 maps in a row. Chat, is that right? 18 maps we are now. And then tomorrow, yeah, we would be taking the #2 spot world record for highest map win streak, which is absolutely nuts. Like, I'm so proud of the boys. Final? What?
Who are they playing in the final, or is it
Heroic, which is gonna be tough.
So Navi lost then, right? Or...
Yes.
Oh, okay. They're gonna beat Heroic.
You think? Okay. Let's have a look, T-Rex. Do you maybe want to say anything again? I'm super fried. You have to like say something that I don't know. Chat, is it understandable, the situation? And as well, something that T-Rex said earlier today as well. You could argue as well, like, the only art that we have seen from Faunus so far is things that he does on TikTok and stuff, which is as well, you could argue, it looks nice, yes, but is it really, like, created, like, say, like, his own design? No, it's as well something that is from the game and it's one-to-one, he tries to do realistic, you know? You know what I mean? Like, something traced from the game as well. But... yeah. To fucking counteract that as well. Boom. Here we have some original artwork, I guess. I don't know. Let's give him a call maybe. Let's have a look. Have you talked to Faunus before?
I've not, no.
No? Let's see, chat. Don't buy yet, okay? We don't know if it will be new contraband Howl yet, okay? 99% sure
like,
that it will be new Howl. 99% sure.
It won't be. Like, first of all, right? Like, anyone who's like going out to spend money buy the skin, it won't be. Like, even if Valve determines it is stolen,
What is happening?
What?
Should I go for Gamma Doppler Fortune or Flick? Love the content, keep it up, brother. Less than 3.
What the fuck is going on? I pressed on search M4A4. Chat, where's it coming from? Huh? Help me!
What's going on?
I'm restarting Steam. Huh? What was that? What is that? I'm so confused. Am I getting hacked and the guy puts on bongos? What the fuck? What was that, chat? Does somebody understand? It was Discord? No, it wasn't. I'm so confused. You opened the Steam music player. How did I do that? I've never opened the Steam music player. Did I miss?
Steam music player?
Did I misclick? Chat, how do you even open that? Who cares? I care. What the fuck? Somebody clip it. Show me how I opened it. Press enter when in Steam menu. Oh, okay. Jesus, bruh. Okay, let's move on. Is there anything else you want to mention for the whole debacle?
I mean, you kind of alluded to it already, right? So,
You kind of what?
the guy, you kind of alluded to it already. So, like, all of his stuff, like, I think his drawings are actually quite nice, his paper drawings. But, like, it's not original, right? So, if you look at any of his stuff, there is no real original art. Like,
never mind.
the one, it just doesn't really fit. Like, yeah, I think the evidence is pretty strong, and I think, like, judging by his answers, he isn't even denying that he used those as inspirations, right? Like, his first response to DANIDEN's thread was like, yeah, I used like inspiration, but they're not 100% the same. So, like, he basically said, yo, those are basically this. He didn't say exactly those, but yes, I looked at stuff, but like I changed it up a bit.
But that is as well. Can I say normal? Because I've had it so many times. Listen to me, where people try to expose like a fucking logo designer or something, or like a artwork designer, and then it was like them saying like, hey, look, this guy copied this and that from fucking here and there. Like, it's just, isn't it 99% of the time that people look at stuff and then they take that and put a twist on it sometimes? Isn't that what most people do?
Yes. So I think there's a good argument. I'll send you a link. You can click on the link and it's a slider, right? So this is one of his artworks, and compared to the original artwork. And I think that's the argument DANIDEN is also making.
Where's the
slider?
Like, I just have a picture of his slider. Oh.
Oh,
I thought I just everything.
I think you should be able to use the slider, right? Like, if you go to the website, there's like, you can slide from left to right.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck me! Look at the
right.
waist.
Yes. So, like, it's like, yes.
Oh, the eyes. Nee.
Yeah. Like, obviously, as you said, right? You can get inspiration from stuff, and I think, like, I don't know watch anime, but it all looks very similar to me, right? So I think they're like, they all copy from each other. I kind of get it, right? And if it only would be similar, I don't think anyone would have a problem. But like, this crosses like the threshold of it being like, I mean, clearly this is the inspiration, and it's more or less traced with minimal changes. Now the question is if this is enough for Valve to determine, yeah, this is not okay, right? So I don't know that. I don't think anyone knows, but that's up to Valve and maybe the artists. He's a pretty big Japanese artist, and if he makes a copyright claim, that would obviously be a strong indication that it's not okay. But it may just be up to Valve to determine that.
Is it all from the same? The guy that you said, the Japanese guy. Is it the same
believe so.
designs that have been inspired from that?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like this one, like DANIDEN said in the tweet, like he's like a super famous artist with like 100K followers or something. And I don't think the M4 artist is even denying that he used this as inspiration. I legitimately think like he thinks it is different enough to be okay. That's at least what I understood from his tweets. Which may be true, but we don't know.
Yeah, let's call him.
Yep.
Fairness. Ah, boom. Should I put music off or on? I mean, I don't know how something like this works. I don't even know how blatant the M4A4 was back in the day. I don't know what crosses the line, you know? Fairness, bro, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing alright.
Yeah, shit. You're probably a little bit nervous with everything, no?
I'm just kinda disappointed.
Oh, shit. Yeah. What do you think about the tweet that the guy made and so on about like what he says?
I mean, he could have sent me a DM first and talked to me.
Do you know him?
Kinda. I know him from the scene, yeah. He's been like a big inspiration for me. I've been looking up to him.
I see it. He made this one. Okay.
So that was kind of sad because I've been actually looking up to the guy for a long time.
And what do you think about what he has to say?
I don't think it's fair because like I was watching you. You said within the field of graphic design and even music and everything, you have to do research, and there will be similarities. There's always will be. Like I own a graphic design, a business, and like I always have to do the research myself, And I've seen the picture you sent me, T-Rex.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear, right? Like this was your inspiration, so and it's not exactly the same, right? I am like, I'll agree.
Of course, you know, you like, was it like you saw the pictures and this is what you used as an inspiration or no?
Also used for inspiration, of course.
Okay.
Those two. For the M4A1S and the Deagle.
Okay. So you like you saw it and then you put your own twist on it. You like.
Yeah.
Put
my own twist on it.
Did you have an inspiration as well for the M4A4 and the whole collection, or were those?
Those were like more like I was just researching a lot. As you see, the body of the lady on the M4A4 is like drawn like from a screenshot of a CT. So I don't know if I can show you here.
Yeah.
If you want to see,
show as much as you can. 100%.
I have the. Let's see. Can you see?
Screenshot, yeah. I see.
So you see here. Here's my, the Illustrator.
I can show it, right?
File. So as you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you see here, here's the CT, the same outfit and everything, and here's all the layers for my drawing,
Yeah.
And I saw something in the tweet that he pointed out, something lines in the hands here, but that's because I actually drew a hand first, and had to have gloves on. So this is like 100% all my work. Everything is hand drawn first on paper and then hand drawn in Illustrator. You know.
So was there
It's,
no inspiration like on the
It was
skins and-
more general, just you know, browsing a shit ton of stuff.
And then like
But
some features from the eyes of this one, the mouth of that one, just like mishmashing, or
Like trying myself, you know, drawing to get it perfect. Because it was hard. It took me around 4 weeks to draw this
yeah.
from start to finish.
Can I ask how you did? Because I'm wondering now, like I don't know, like how you made this one, for example, like the one where it's more obvious, you know, where it is inspired by the Japanese artist. Like, did you draw? You had the picture on the screen, and then
Yeah. It's just like I don't trace anything. Like I've seen people say I trace. Just here's another example. This is oil painting I did for ESL. This is you can't trace it. This is, you know, hand drawn. So it's kind of sad to see.
So it's you have a picture up on your screen, and then you
Yeah.
and then you draw it. It's not like with a tracing thingy. I don't know how to work. I'm not an artist.
No. I don't trace. I see on the screen and draw on my table. You know.
Like, for example, the oil painting, right? Like, to play devil's advocate here. Like, clearly you couldn't argue that is original art, right? Like,
Yeah.
You see it on the screen and you are like repainting it. Like, sure you're
Yeah.
painting it yourself and you're not tracing it directly. I get that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
You're still copying it.
But not everything. Like in the skins, it wasn't everything. It was like the similarities, right? Because
Yeah.
I needed some a girl in the right angle, you know, for my thoughts of the skin.
Right. Yeah, I get that. However, I genuinely feel like that is kind of the issue here, right? So like, there's obviously changes because you clearly drew it yourself, right? It's not a one-to-one trace. That's for sure. It's not the
Yeah.
case. But like, I think what DANIDEN is saying and what people are pointing out, like the similarities are just a bit too close. Like, it is like not original enough, maybe. A way to say it.
Sorry for that. It's auto. I'm
And
sorry.
I think that's
Just said every
kind of
30
the
minutes. I'm
issue.
sorry.
Okay.
So like if you like only because you draw something yourself, right?
Yeah.
But if you have like if I get a picture on the screen, right, and then I take my pen and draw it on paper,
Yeah.
one to one as it is on the screen,
Mm.
that's not like original art that I made.
No. 100%. I agree there.
Okay. I feel like that's kind of what the discussion boils down to, like from what I've
Yeah.
and I don't know, like yeah, I guess Valve will make a final decision on that. Maybe they'll reach out to you, or maybe they'll do nothing and just wait for I don't know, something other happens if the original artist does something. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
How was it
but,
with the Howl? I don't remember. Was it like, was that traced? Direct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the whole was, as far as I mean, I wasn't around when that happened in the CS scene, but like, as far as I remember, it's literally just a picture from Google.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a
straight up ripped.
That was
Okay.
that was a straight up,
And that was obvious.
you know, straight up painting.
Yeah.
Because like you can see, like there is, you know, similarities, but I have changed the faces, the eyes, and you know, even the nose. It's like you can say it's similarities, yes, but I also have changes, you know, a lot.
Obviously not a one-to-one
Yeah, I see. The nose is.
Anyone who disagrees, donate and tell me why. Coos.
Yeah.
And so someone pointed out the drop shadow here was similar as well, but to be honest, it looked goofy without it, because I was having troubles under here. But yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Chat, who is the right person to ask here? Because I feel like I don't really know about like what crosses the line and what doesn't. What is a problem and what isn't. Like, do we have somebody who knows? Like T-Rex, you as well. Like, do you know what crosses the line and what doesn't? I don't think we both know, right?
No, I mean, like in theory, right? This would be like a case for like a judge, right? Like if you like do a trademark infringement case, stuff like that, the judge would like make a decision on that. I'm not sure if there's 100%, but like stuff you said, right? You see similarities, but you change the nose or the eye colors.
Yeah, and the eyelashes, and even the a lot of the structure of the face and stuff, and the clothing,
Yeah. But again, especially the GIF I posted in the chat, right?
Yeah, but the
It's
one
like-
thing I want to point out is like is it that what is his name? Danidem?
Yeah.
Danidem? Yeah. He could have, sent me a message first, because
It's not about
now I
that.
get a lot of,
Stop saying
No.
If
I was just gonna say, because now I'm getting a fuck ton of, hate messages, my comments, death
Yeah.
And
threats.
that's obviously not okay, right? So
Yeah, it is not okay. I'm just, really, really disappointed. That's all.
Yeah.
Because I was, yesterday was my best day of my life, and
Oh shit.
today as well. And now this comes up and just fucking ruined my whole evening. I was gonna watch Katowice, and yeah.
You studied graphic design, no?
Yeah, I have studied and a degree in the graphic designs. And I've been drawing since I was a little kid, since I was, 2-3 years old.
And what is it like in uni? It's 100% discussed. No things like copyright and stuff. What crosses the line and shit. Like you are aware.
Yeah, like I am aware, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't have submitted it.
Yeah, for sure.
right. So
I am 100% aware.
So like you studied graphics design, right? But like
Yeah.
all of the stuff you post on Twitter is basically, I mean, you may do more in your free time and don't post it, which is totally possible. But like the stuff you post on Twitter is more or less like painted screenshots, right? You paint
The
like
drawings,
drawings,
Yeah.
or something like this, right? And I guess this is also kind of what contributed to the idea that people thought that this is quite unlikely that you drew like the animes
That's
in this kind of style. Like, do you have more drawings like this?
not anime, because I just I'm not watching anime that much, but it's very popular. I like the art style. I love the vibrance, and everything that is in Japanese artwork, and I'm really like a big nerd of fonts and stuff like that, posters and shit like that. So I just love the art style. That's all.
I'm trying to think who we can get, like as a person who actually knows, what crosses the line and what doesn't.
Copyright lawyer on speed dial.
Yeah, chat. Who studied? Come on, man. Where are the copyright lawyers at? I'm trying to think right now who I can. Simota maybe no, but Simota I don't think he's awake.
No, he was partying.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was celebrating.
He's always drinking. Okay, but now it's understandable. That's skin in the case.
Yeah.
Chat, do we have any lawyers in the? Oh, yeah, everybody says me.
Someone just DM'd me.
My girlfriend is a lawyer.
And he said, regarding the M4A4, it's 99% likely to be claimed as copyright.
Yeah, but who? Like now, chat is maybe trolling.
Ooh.
Did they send it now? Is he watching?
He is watching. Yes.
Yeah, then bro, don't take it for granted.
But it's a designer. So.
Well, it's sad though, because I actually spent a lot of time on this.
On copying.
I don't think
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I don't think anyone is,
sorry.
is denying that, but it's like another thing DANIDEN looked at, right? Your previous workshop skins. So it's quite a jump you made from, I think you did some patterns before and some other things, to like directly these drawings.
But remember, this is a completely different style. Like,
I-
I've done my research in the field. What does fit with this style, It is vibrant, big fonts, and anime girls,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you can't really compare it because it's two different styles.
I think that's kind of what the issue boils down to. Like, like people have not seen you being able to draw in this style
Chat.
before.
No, that's because of like
Shut
my
down.
drawings, the
The
CS:GO drawings.
eyebrows.
That's my niche. That's what blew up on my
Shut
TikTok.
up.
Oh
my god.
That's why I've been posting it on Twitter as well, because that's my niche.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I get
my
that.
graphic design, that's my work, and I don't really share my my
Right.
business.
Right. Yes, of course. Yeah. No. Yeah. You don't have to, right? I understand
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, what the impression is.
T-Rex, do
people
you not
get.
have a
Yeah,
friend
yeah.
who may know? Like, apart from Simota?
Um.
Because, like, people who make skins, like, they, like, maybe who has already skins, in, like, the guy who has the most skins in the game. Like, what about that guy? Just add him to the call.
I don't think I can. Wait, give me a second.
Mm.
I know someone.
But we also have this one though, like the Mac 10, It's just kind of the same.
What?
The Mac 10 from the new case. It's also the
Yeah.
similarities, So that's the thing within the anime field as well. Like there's so many similarities.
Right.
know?
But the Mac 10 is a good example of what is okay and what people think is not okay with your skin, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because if you pull up the Mac 10 again on your screen, right? It's
What's it called?
clearly like different, right? The pose is different. You have the same eyes, but that's also pretty typical in anime from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
But like the facial expression is different, the pose is different compared to the other one. Generally, the entire skin is a bit more, I don't know, I would say well-rounded off, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And this is kind of what sticks out in your skin. And honestly, I'm 100% sure, like, that you didn't intend to copy, right? And I don't think anyone is really claiming that. I think it's more that you probably use it as inspiration, like you said, and may have just copied or used it too much as an inspiration. It may just be too close to the original.
Mhm.
I know someone
Call.
who has an opinion on copyright.
I shouldn't put up CS. I'm scared of effing.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch.
Honestly, it's not traced. It's not one-to-one copied. He clearly put his twist on it.
Hello?
It's super normal for
Oh.
artists to use other artists' inspiration. He used this since it's good
So
art.
into words,
What are we even
I
arguing
need to say
about?
that
Just listen to music.
we need to understand that first of all, the most important part of let's say,
Sorry. Before you talk, can I ask, like,
yes,
why you know the field? Like, if you studied it or.
First of all, in most basic way, you can just check my workshop. So I've been working for a while. Plus, I got 3 already accepted skins. Plus, I've been working. Let's say I have been studying law, like back in a year.
Okay.
Plus, I've been basically working also with logos and all shit that were basically connected to the graphic design. So let's say I'm not, let's say, authorized lawyer to say, let's say, the final point.
Did you finish your studies in law or?
I moved it like in from third year, but I basically have worked with it with such field.
Okay.
So in 2 words, the most important is if let's say there will be someone who will say lose in terms of value. In other words, someone who let's say lose the value from let's say sales. I mean, basically the artist from which you took inspiration from. So if he will look at your artwork and he say, it looks very close to what I done, and he will file DMCA, and then the judge will, let's say, look at the evidence that he will give you to him. It's very likely that he will find you anyway. It doesn't matter if you have, let's say, inspired, if you have, I don't know, imagined it. In the end, if you basically will have such evidence as, for example, DANIDEN or T-Rex shown, for example, like with this animal one, which we, for example, see in the chat with this, let's say, slider, we can see here it's like clearly one-to-one, almost traced. I don't know it's traced or not, or other technique, but there is in legal term that is called similarity, a visual similarity to visual blending. So it's not always a matter of, let's say, copy and paste, but it's basically if you can recreate almost one-to-one with, let's say, visual copying of most of, let's say, graphics, proportions, lines. It doesn't matter it's the style or not. If it's basically physically almost copied, looks like. For example, I just wanted to, let's say, to tell it to you because it's almost obvious, and you just wanna secure, let's say, talking about this last image, for example, this anime cat girl, I don't know, with, let's say, one eye closed. If we have comparison and we have overlay one original artwork to, let's say, another one that was inspired one, we have a clearly almost lawsuit, almost. Because if the person who, let's say, took damage, basically from which it's in legal term, from whom was stolen artwork, in eyes of, let's say, judge, it will be clearly stolen artwork, because if we overlay one image to another, it's clearly stolen artwork. It doesn't matter. It was redrawn. It was, I don't know, any stuff. It's very important of, let's say, visual similarity. And when you basically have almost one-to-one image, it's doesn't matter. It's style, stuff, technique, how you made. It's how much layers you have on your, let's say, original kind of work. It's important that it's visually super close to what you already have. So that's the point that I wanted to tell you. Like, that's why I asked for a small, let's say, interview.
I mean, I guess, like, oh, if you wanna shut up Twitter or something, you can boot up a Twitch stream and like draw an anime figure like on stream, right?
Bro, what are you talking about?
I mean, honestly, right?
Bro, you have the worst advice.
I mean, why not?
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like you, let's say, you have particular skill, and you say,
Shut the fuck up,
I don't know,
fucking
I have
Shut
such
bro.
sort of gift when I can, let's say,
Every
almost
anime
one-to-one
artist
recreate
should sue each
in
other,
graphical way
'cause all of them is
image
pretty much the
that
same.
it's basically
Only hair
kind of
and
gift and
hair
a
color
curse that when you
changes.
draw, you basically almost copying it and you can't do anything with it. You can really make, let's say, live stream or some sort of proof that it's, let's say, not intentional copy, let's say. And you can at least, let's say, if there will be a claim from the, let's say, legal owner of artwork, I'm not sure that it will be possible to reach a person
What's the name of
who
the guy?
owns. Who?
What?
Who's the name of the guy? You mean?
Of the creator, which was someone
DANIDEN got couple people. DANIDEN got couple people.
the Japanese.
Yeah, I seen there are couples, and so that's the thing. If he managed to reach them, or they, let's say, see that it looks too much close what they done, and if they case they feel that they have lost something, let's say, and they file the DMCA, it's honestly possible that they can claim this artwork as copyright issue. That's the thing, because it's too much close in terms of that it's almost similar. Like in a physical way, you can't recreate such image in such accuracy, and only if you, I don't know, copying it. But it doesn't matter if you copy it, if you press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V on Google image, it's in the end it's basically the same image. Intellectual property. That's the important. Not important how much strokes you made in the Photoshop, other stuff. It's important to, let's say, of intellectual property.
Yeah,
And in this
fair
case,
enough. enough.
I would love
intellectual
to- I would love-
property is up to Japanese people.
I would love to talk to the person, yeah, who were like, I don't know, like,
But-
for example, the creator, like this guy.
But it's
Hmm?
fair enough. No, but that's not accepted skin though. None of them.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that doesn't
true.
matter. That doesn't matter.
True, that
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. That wouldn't be the first time Valve has
No,
taken
that's
like,
understandable. That's understandable.
Um,
But yeah,
I think it doesn't. I don't know.
no,
Would
it
it?
doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. There has been a case in the past where a non-accepted skin was caught for copyright infringement in a very similar case. Actually, it wasn't a one-to-one copy, but it was clearly, clearly inspired by something and basically copied, but adapted for the gun more or less. And that guy no longer makes skins on that account. Let's just say that.
Chat, how is it? Like, if you get like really inspired on one skin, but then you make another skin, and then that one is much less inspired, like it's more yourself, more creative, and that one makes it to the game. Like, is that a problem? That one, if you did it on one but not the other, and
Onipixel, thank you for
I
joining.
wish we had a lawyer.
I mean, if you break Steam,
We need a lot.
I mean, that's like if you, let's say you actually copy something, right? So you break Steam terms of service. That doesn't matter if the skin gets accepted or not. Like as soon as you upload something to the Steam Workshop, you agree to uploading your own original content and nothing copyrighted. So if you break that,
that's true. That's true.
if you break that even on unaccepted skins, that is still the same.
Somebody says same situation as M4A for Griffin. Was it? How was it? Was the M4A for Griffin stolen or?
I think again it was like 100% traced. Like it wasn't. Yeah.
Was it the
I think it
Griffin
was.
itself, or was it another skin from the guys' collection?
No, it was the Griffin
Ah,
itself.
okay. So it isn't the same. Man. Chat, DM me if you're a lawyer, bro. Please, bro, I don't know.
I think a lawyer also will ask you to wait for response from the, let's say, owner of first origin picture, let's say. So for now, if this Japanese artist says that he is okay and he don't see that much similarities, it possibly will be okay. But if he say it's problem for him, it can be really a lawsuit, or they will ask you to redraw yourself. In such case, it possibly will be okay. But if there will be too much problems, Valve maybe redraw themselves. But it's super unlikely, honestly.
Yeah, it's quite likely that the original owner says it's fine, right? So that's
Yeah,
that's also a possibility.
It's in the first place, it's like from the legal perspective.
Yeah.
So the most important is why Valve always makes so much deal with the DMCA in the first place, because DMCA it's an illegal issue when there is, let's say, someone who,
Shut the
let's say,
fuck up,
lost
you
a
fucking
value
bitch.
of his
Shut-
work. In other words, someone stole from his artwork, and he doesn't receive a revenue. So the point of DMCA to say that you claim that this work was copied, and you want, let's say, cut off your revenue. But it will be very complex in the future to work
Chat,
for
I
a
need some
judge.
water. Let me get some water.
That's
I'll be
why
back in a second.
usually Valve basically ban person who created it, or ask,
Shut the
I don't
fuck
know,
up, you fucking
for
bitch.
situations,
Please
because
note
it's
when
usually
talking
behind the
about
closed
Mac
doors.
10, it is literally a
Ask person to
SSM
redo
character
it,
that is
but I'm
copyrighted.
pretty sure
The
that's
linked
not the case.
Instagram
They
has a
basically ban the
different art
person,
style than what is
redraw it,
posted, and the
as we
reverse
have
image
seen
search is
on
the
many
image I
examples.
posted in the
How
comments
the
on the
Griffin,
TV.
actually for the Griffin, I'm not just that sure. Maybe the author have redrawn it, but I'm not
I
really
got the
sure.
picture
I
of the Griffin.
didn't
This
dig
is
up
how it was.
enough to understand. But for
I'm
example,
muted.
Fire of Chantico or Frostbite, AK-47, where they got basically a pattern, like really a pattern, not even an artwork. They had to
Onipixel,
rework
thanks for
it.
subbing.
And I'm not sure if they banned people who
Resident
created those skins, but in the end, they even for freaking pattern, not artwork.
Does Valve do their own checks, T-Rex, before they accept something?
I mean, I'd assume they do a basic. I mean, they want like work in progress GIFs and stuff like that on the workshop to show legitimacy, right? But like, it's impossible to check like every submission in like Google everything. So, I guess they do like to the best of their ability, but it's like unavoidable that you miss something at some point.
Centauri just sent me something. He says, Sensei was banned because of stuff on the workshop, even if the stuff in game was all good. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that was what I was referring to earlier with the guy who got banned for things even though the skin wasn't accepted.
Yeah. Actually, here a bit easier situation because as far as I remember,
But that's absolutely one-to-one traced.
Yes, it was traced, but also the owner of this artwork actually filed the DMCA, but
Really?
I'm not sure. Yeah, as far as I know, they actually managed to reach the owner of this graffiti artwork. So that's the case, the most important. Because if you remember, each time when they have, let's say, problem with DMCA, each time someone have basically reached the wall. Like in case of the Call, in case of, I think maybe not Griffin, but Chantico Fire and Frostbite, and especially this actually a really good example where basically the graphic artists reached, I think, via Twitter or otherwise. I'm not sure how exactly he reached, but I know for sure that he actually reached Wolf, and even though this art skin was not accepted, the guy who posted it deleted it in the end.
Do we know what happened to Sensei? Because he already had a skin accepted to the game.
Yeah, he's still making skins on a new account now that also has an accept quite recently.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how well that is known, but like, he's still around. I'm not sure how legal that is, but
actually, I don't remember. Has he posted this skin from old account or alt account? It's one thing I don't remember.
What do you mean?
But what I was more asking...
yeah, he lost the revenue on his old account.
So
believe,
the
yeah.
limelight that he had...
yes.
So the limelight that he had on the account where like he got busted.
I mean, that's what I believe. I'm not
Believe?
I don't.
No.
I'm not
No,
entirely sure.
he actually didn't. Let's say he is kind of in shadow ban. He's like not officially banned, or
Do you
I don't
know
know.
that? Or...
No, it's like most likely to be.
Yeah, but let's not talk. Like, come on.
Because involved with people working, like not machines, so they kind of love some stuff, they don't love some guys, or they see what happens in community and they understand what shit is going on. So if they see that a person makes strange moves, like Sensei, for example, with the copyright issues and even just posting this stuff in a workshop, and then you see that he creates alt account, but let's say the problem with alt accounts, Valve done to prove this, but there is a lot of people who have alt accounts, but we can't prove this, let's say, basic words. That's why they don't really check too deep. If was Sensei banned, let's say directly, and have right now a new alt account and from which he is working right now,
Okay.
or other stuff. So it's very hard to prove that someone have alt account.
It's a pretty big phenomenon. So if you see lots of skin creators, like even accepted skin creators, there may have been like some of them that are the same, right? You see two different usernames, and there's a likelihood that those two usernames may be exactly the same people on different accounts. It's quite a common thing.
Honestly, on my own, I wanted to make alt account, but I didn't, let's say, wanted to make one. I just continued to work because in one moment I was working, let's say, for quite a while, like 6 years. I didn't have any accept, and I was quite desperate. That's why I was thinking maybe it will be a really good possibility to make
Shut the fuck up, you
alt account,
fucking bitch.
You
multiple
cannot
alt
claim
accounts,
copyright
so let's
to
say to
another's
have
work, no matter how much you
geometrically
change
higher
it,
chances
unless
to
you have the owner's
have a better
consent.
chance to get
See
accepted.
Circular
But
14,
you also need
copyright
to understand
registration
that
for derivative works and compilations.
despite
US
let's say
law,
my move,
only
which
copyright
I
lawyer can
had,
give a
but I
definitive
dismissed.
answer.
There are some people that say they have particular interest to create alt accounts, like for example Sensei, who had, let's say, we call it shadow ban because he no longer accepted by Valve in any terms. And also let's imagine that there is people who have been banned for a particular reason, like out of the whole, out of other skins that have been working on other skins, and they decided no, it's too good option, too interesting to work with, let's say, skins, and I don't care. I want to create alt account and to start to post from it, and I don't care. It's also possible, but it's not the case right now. It's more connected to, let's say, visual connection between original and new artwork, if it's possible to say.
I think I may have a lawyer on my hands right now. Let me see.
Good, yeah.
I'm 2 times lawyer. I watched a bunch of Better Call Saul. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I mean we're not getting to anything here. I think. We don't have a person that really can, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's better to
that
have
knows
a
for sure.
certified person that, like, one-to-one say.
Yeah, chat.
lawyer.
What you said? Sorry.
2 times lawyer.
Yeah.
I just saw that. Sorry.
I'm
How-
from the
how
beginning
would-
told that I have been studying, I have, let's say, worked with such cases, but I'm not certified to have, let's say, last words. That's why I wanted to, let's say, to have not small impact, but let's say a view that I seen that you kind of was missing, and I just wanted to point it out. But it's of course better to contact maybe a particular person that have a.
Faunus, how old are you, if I can ask?
I'm 27.
Oh, you're pushing 30.
Pushing P. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, chat, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So I've been doing this for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Drawings.
When did you join CS:GO?
2016.
Okay, that's a long time ago.
And I played Source at 1.6 before that. So I've been growing up with CS.
Yeah.
And I have nearly 9,000 hours on CS:GO.
Is this your first game in the game?
It was first skin in a game, yeah.
When
It is.
Let me see a workshop.
I published the first version in October and the second version of the M4A4 in November.
OniPixel, thanks for subbing.
Yeah. Nate King. You work together with Nate King as well, no? I saw.
Yeah, I
someone in the
play
chat.
a lot with him.
Yeah, in the chat,
He's
somebody said I know him from Nate King.
He's a friend of mine. Those are my first, absolutely my first submission.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, nobody really, like, I if I were you, like, I wouldn't feel too, like, I don't know, like you know what you did and what you didn't do.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
like I know I have my clean on my side is clean, you know, that I know that, but it just sucks to, you know, be hanging out like that. It would just really ruin my Saturday evening, you know.
Yeah, but it may be bigger than that, you know. Like the guy on Twitter, he's just trying to maybe shed some light on something that was, you know, maybe not legal.
Yeah, like
if
I understand. I would do the same. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cheating is never okay.
That's honestly the thing with the cheating, because I'm not clearly mentioned one important point. Maybe you didn't want to cheat. Maybe you honestly was working on your own. But let's say from the third person view, let's say interest person, from lawyer, from other people, I just telling you because it can be. They maybe won't be caring that much. Were you working like in honest way or cheating? They will just have their, let's say, as much as facts.
Yeah, I know.
Now everybody comes out of the woodworks in my DMs. Look, this guy as well, he created like a collection and then somebody... Did you know about this, T-Rex? What I have on screen? Thank you for your dedication to rewarding creative ideas. Glad to know someone can one-to-one copy your entire series 5 months after you submit and get picked over you. Really
This
awesome.
looks very different, right? Or am I tripping? Like this is like, I think this is a perfect example of two people having the same idea but having
this
a different
is the
execution.
Twist. This is the
Yeah. So like, first of all, one like
I don't think this is a problem. This is like this is like when I'm
yes.
being completely honest. Like as well, somebody made like a lenticular sticker of a case being opened, right?
Yes. And my
it was you, lol. It was
Yes,
you,
yeah.
and everybody told you that was bad. What the fuck? The first one, first of all, looked terrible in my opinion. And it's like, you know, you do something better, and that wasn't even like his IP. It was fucking a case in CS:GO. That's like CS:GO's IP.
Yeah. First of all, that, and it's like clearly different, right? So both of these people had the idea of having like cartoony like utility grenades as figures, but they are clearly very differently executed. And this is the perfect example of something that is fine. And even if the later guy may be inspired by the first guy, it's not directly stolen. So this is perfectly fine.
And actually, there is one more interesting. It's good that we started to talk about the stickers because there is actually one more interesting thing to mention. What about AI-generated art? Because I have not a while ago have seen, let's say, stickers that are basically were made by AI. Let's say I will try to find them, but if I will drop you clearly, we'll see, let's say, some lines, some, let's say, especially hands, are drawn, let's say, in very strange ways. So the thing is why I mentioned AI, because of the way how good result can AI basically produce, and it can infinitely scale up the result. That's why, let's say, if it would be, let's say, for example, our dispute regarding AI, let's say generated anime artwork, it would be actually very interesting, very hard to, let's say, to speak about, because let's say AI is clearly not copying one-to-one images that already exist. But here, let's say, if we see these, let's say, two images, like we already have this anime girl.
Yeah.
They basically, if you overlay, it's basically almost the same image. It's like not physically possible to draw it from head. It's kind of, it's very problematic.
Yeah, but it's not the topic. It's I don't know.
Like here's another example. Like in Next Gens, you know, they also just took Nate King's logo and put it in on Nate for a sticker.
What he took?
The Nate King's logo.
Sorry, I don't understand. What logo? Netkins?
Nate King, yeah, the YouTuber. This is his logo, Put it straight onto the sticker, and Nate King didn't even know about it, but yeah.
But this YouTuber seen anyway this sticker, I don't know, logo.
But like, this is again the perfect example of, right?
Yeah.
Clearly the same idea, but very different execution. Compared to what Onopixel has up on screen, your anime girl, it's like same idea and same execution. It's the same,
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
So like,
but where's the line? Like
yeah, and the line
the eyes are really similar, but the boobs are different, the hair's different, the hands, everything, Like, where's the line? I don't know. We don't know where's the line. We are not the ones to judge. A lawyer is the one to judge or whatever, You know what I mean? Like, it's not one-to-one. It's not fucking, not even close to one-to-one.
Yes, I agree, but that's a problem. When you create anyway a new art, if you copy it, it's like anyway will be 1-to-1. But if you, let's say, create something new and you like have 97% of the object, even 70% is already called CD plagiarism, or how it's called.
Even what? How
So
much?
even 70%, or 80. So if it's above 30% or 40, I think it's a red line. It's already can be considered as
70% what? Like same pixels or?
In such case, actually, yes. In such case, if we basically overlay two images, it's like 70% of it is basically 1-to-1.
Yeah, that's
same
not the
image.
case.
If you look, yes.
Not even close.
Hmm?
It's gonna be like 0%.
What do you mean with 0%?
Like overlapping.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm telling. If we overlap this stuff, it's like copied, not copied, but it has the similarities around 89 or 99%. If we take in consideration the outfit difference and let's say basically the physical difference that you need to have when you, let's say, recreating something, let's say, taking in factor the human factor. So it's
Bro, I'm furious.
too much close to what was created before. That's the thing, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like honestly, it's a good example. We just talked about Mona Lisa. You just imagine you took Mona Lisa, dropped it, I don't know, in Photoshop, and I don't know, applied some sort of filter. I don't know, like sharpness, tone filter, but basically it will be the same picture, like 1-to-1 almost. Can it be considered as a new artwork?
No.
If you just apply a filter, but
No.
you took already existing.
If you give the Mona Lisa new clothes.
Yeah, we don't know. We're talking about like, you know, it doesn't matter. We don't know. Yeah. We're not gonna get to anything, bro. We need either like the. I would love to hear from the Japanese guy, you know, like the guy that did
that's
this one.
the main theme. That's from the beginning what I told. We need to, in person, not in person, but basically talk with authors of these artworks. And if they say it's okay to them, it doesn't matter how much, let's say, close it is. If they say it's problem to them, then we will see what they want to do.
Yeah. Or Connor in the chat as well.
I mean, I don't know how far you can get at this point, right? So like, we're not gonna hear from a lawyer probably, and we're not gonna hear from the Japanese guy. So,
how do I have no lawyers watching, bro? What the fuck?
and you also
most people
need
would be lawyers that watch me.
Honestly, with the lawyer, I really think that he also won't say that much. He will say, we need to go to the court.
Probably.
Yeah, so it's better really to talk with original authors.
I'm like, you know, right now, just words against words.
Yeah,
words,
exactly.
You know.
It's okay.
I'm getting anywhere, but yeah, like at least I got like to show you guys what I've done, like my work. That is that's what I feel is important for me, at least, like to show you guys that I put like a lot of amount of hours into drawing and designing, you know, researching and everything to just make this, and yeah. So you know, this is it. Like I've made this.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't listen to like chat or something. They are not lawyers either. Like, you know. Like...
I have closed the chat.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's always.
But it sucks to do you know, get the, you know, kill myself, you know, messages and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's obviously not okay.
That's fucking
like,
bullshit, bro.
Yeah, everyone
does that
like
is a fucking dumbass.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
There are some envy people, let's be honest, that, let's say, seek for any similarities possible, like, honestly.
I wonder as well, sorry for interrupting, if there's as well, like, I'm not asking you, Faunus, because I feel like you may be biased on it, but T-Rex, do you think maybe there's as well some some jealousy? Because I feel like there may be between
No.
workshoppers.
No.
No. If it's
No.
like a
No.
guy gets the skin
No.
and then it's like,
No.
oh, it could have been mine.
I mean, generally, I guess yeah, right? But like, let's see who actually did that. It's DANIDEN, right? He has a bazillion stickers in game, like a handful of skins. He's been around for a long time, and even though I don't know him personally, he always seemed like come across as a very genuine guy who legitimately doesn't want any drama, right? And I genuinely believe that he is just upset about, well, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I agree
upset
with
that
you.
he thinks that you copied the art, right?
But
And
like, you
like,
could
yeah,
steal
I think
me
that it
though.
comes from him makes it an even stronger argument, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
Because
he's not a lawyer either.
of course not, no, but like he has experience with this.
Yes, and
But
I
as-
want to add to Turek's words. I totally agree with him because DANIDEN have, let's say, also experience, let's say, working to images that, let's say, close to copyright issues because he worked on, let's say, Deloitte stickers.
No, yeah, okay.
So he's
Wait,
also
wait.
quite
But that's
a
different.
bit
It's CSGO's IP.
Wait,
It's
wait,
Do you have,
yeah,
do you have
yeah.
a skin in the game, Strenzen?
Yes.
Which one?
3 skins, Clear, Polymer, Glock, and Nova, and M5 for, basically M5 for Licorice.
Licorice?
Licorice.
What?
Let me drop you. It's from the, how it's called, Riptide case. M4.
Like, should I add DANIDEN to the call? I can add
Yeah.
him to the call. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that okay with you,
it will
Faunus?
be better.
Sure.
Let's go. Do you not have a person that worked in this field on Valve side, T-Rex? You always have the connections.
Yeah, they're surely not gonna join this call.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey man.
So I noticed a friend shared with me the link to the stream. I saw you were talking about me, right? I'm not a guy into this kind of stuff. If you check my tweet line, everything you will see down from the single little post is stuff I produce. That's it.
Mm.
I'm not into drama. When I have a chance to produce stuff, I share it, and that's all about it. I got absolutely nothing personal against Fornes. It's just presenting facts because not me, not any of you guys, or nobody in the chat can judge what's going on here, right? I'm not trying to judge anybody here. I'm not trying to start a witch hunt, as I stated on my tweet.
Mm.
I don't want people chasing him down, telling him to kill himself. He has already enough about, coming from where he's coming from, like doing this stuff. That's enough. You don't need to bust the guy. You don't need to. It's as simple as that. And it's up to Valve to decide whether what he did is legit or it is not. From my experience, like I've been on the workshop for 11 years, dude. That's more than a decade. I've been invited to 3 Valve sponsor events. I've been inside Valve. I talked to people. I've done the cover for the artbook for Dota 2. I've met incredible people. I've won. I'm one of the winners of the Nightmares and Dreams contest. I've done a lot of stuff, right?
Mm.
And much more. I'm not trying to prove here anything. My point is, I'm not doing this for fun. I don't enjoy this kind of attention. I don't also enjoy Fortnite coming back to me with the argument that I copied the whole for the dragon. I'm talking, dude. So I'm doing the whole for the Dragon Lore versus Hull sticker, and it looks like Hull. I mean, that's a fucking point. The look for the Hull in the sticker to look like Hull because it's Hull and Dragon Lore are like designs that Valve own. So I don't need to do anything about it. But instead of saying, all right, dude, maybe I fucked up. Maybe I can learn from this. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you can stand on your ground. But the more you try to defend yourself, the worse it looks. I mean, you don't even need to be here talking about it. I don't even need to be here. I only came here because you guys started talking about me. And for that, I can talk about myself. And I don't enjoy any of this, dude. I really don't. I just want to be doing skins, playing games. No, I'm saying it myself. I like playing games. I like doing workshop skins. I like doing my own video games, which I'm working on. I don't like this kind of stuff, right? But at the same time, I don't like that stuff that I legit think is not legit. It's not made from zero. I mean, nothing is made from zero, right? That's absolutely right. When I work, I get my references, I get stuff, and I don't use them to copy. I mean, dude, down to the eyelashes. If you count the number of eyelashes on the image you copied from, it's the same number of eyelashes, dude. Like, the evidence is there, the shadows on the character. If you want, I can even share my screen and show you where it's wrong. What, dude? I have
Danidem, sorry for interrupting, but he Fauna said he admitted to that. Like he said, he's aware of
just
those.
joined the stream.
Okay. I mean, just to maybe like, Fauna, interrupt me if I'm saying something wrong. I don't want to put words into your mouth, but you said like, yeah, I do know about the creator. That's what I was inspired by. I didn't one-to-one copy it. I had maybe a picture up or something, and then I made my own drawing from scratch.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he's not denying that you don't have to prove the point that it's that creator that he got inspired by. You know, that's
all right. Cool. I wasn't aware of that.
Mm.
But the thing is about this, as one of the many guys trying to get stuff in the game, right, in a legit way. The moment you find one of these, there's no reason for Valve to trust the artist going any farther down the road, dude. There's no I mean, it's not just one, it's two, dude, so far. And I'm not gonna spend any more of my time trying to find anything else, because I believe with two designs you copied, that's enough to say, okay, dude, we cannot trust you about getting stuff in the game because we might get sued over this and it's not worth it for us. That's the whole point. You can go do whatever you think you should be doing, dude. I'm not nobody to judge you. Nobody. Just, I mean, I don't think it's okay, and that's the whole point. That's why I share it. But I'm not trying. I just want people to stop chasing you. To people to stop, take it personally. There's nothing to take personal here. It's just about the work and about not doing things right. If you admit to it, cool. Just move on. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
Onipixel, thanks for subbing.
the only person that has the answer to this, whether this is a problem or not, is either Valve or the person who may feel like, oh, he stole my art, you know? You pointed out the fact that, oh, there may have been some inspiration and, oh, this is a big similarity, DANIDEN, and then, from there...
I don't think it's traced, or it could be, but I think it's the same picture. It's the same picture. I mean, coming from a guy that makes a living out of tracing, it's hard to believe, but all right, you tell me it's not. I can't believe that. It's not. Cool, but it's the same picture. Somebody comes in here and wants to cause trouble because you took their artwork and you're profiting out of it, you're going to get into trouble. And not only you,
yeah,
the game.
I understand that.
Faunis, you said that the M4A4 though is not.
Like,
it is.
Yeah, it's like all around inspired. That was not a particular inspiration.
Just like anime, like you drew an anime character and you have to start somewhere. Like you have to know what it looks like when you draw.
Yeah. So like researching hand positions, researching foot, researching torsos, like a lot of research.
DANIDEN, the M4A4 itself, you didn't find anything, and you said you don't want to spend more time. Like, you are just annoyed. There's skins in the same collection of a skin that got accepted, of the same guy that may have done some work that may be a little bit copied.
What about it?
No, I don't know. I was just making sure. Sorry. I mean,
okay, cool.
I don't know where to go either. I'm trying to I don't know, maybe ask the right questions, but. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, nobody can really judge on this.
It's
we
probably
need to wait for the art, the Japanese people to come in.
It may have also gotten big enough that Valve takes a look themselves. Because one thing,
Probably,
obviously,
yeah.
the thing is, like, as soon as the Japanese author files a DMCA claim, right, Valve is on the hook, right, at that point. So they may just want to get ahead of that.
Probably, yeah.
So that's also a consideration. Like, not necessarily the author doesn't necessarily have to file a claim before Valve steps in, but who knows?
Yeah, it's just in case if it will be really too big to, let's say, to deal with. In such case, yes, Valve can, let's say, take, let's say, first move in their own hands. In such case, yes, if it will be just too loud and too problematic for them. So yeah, they can just basically make
But
some
chat, there's
preventive
some things that I'm
actions
reading right now. Like, what are you
just
saying, bro?
to not
Funny thing is that the
to, let's say,
skin
to have
got
any
into the case and
problems
everyone
in
was
the
going
future.
drama when it
Because,
was
you
in the
know,
workshop. They were
maybe
silent.
right now
Jealous
it's
cunts.
okay, but
Bro,
in
because
1,
before
2
nobody
years after,
maybe
for
checked,
no
you know?
reason, this
Of course, you
Japanese
investigate for the
guy
ones that do get
finds out
accepted.
that no, you know, I would like to file a lawsuit against him. Like, it's possible.
DANIDEN, can I maybe ask, like, you don't have to answer it, but can I ask why? What made you look into it? Did you do you check for every skin that gets accepted, or did you just think? Did you have like a hunch, or?
It was a whip case, let's call it that way, right? And I was curious about what got accepted, and I just check on the people that made the stuff, and I got into the collection, and what gave it away was the girl in black and white with red eyes, because that's a very specific art style. And I saw, as I explained it, I saw that the hands and the anatomy and generally speaking, the lighting, the drawing, the base was not matching the quality of the faces. Well, it was not matching at all. So I decided to look a bit into it, and it took me like 20 minutes to find the first one. And the other one I came across by basically looking for the M4. I found the other one on Pinterest. I was scrolling and saw it immediately, and it was, the one you have on the right on the screen. So I'm okay with people getting stuff in the game. I'm even more okay with newcomers getting stuff in the game. I think everybody deserves a fair chance of getting stuff in the workshop, to experience the workshop and to enjoy it. But I don't think it's okay to do it at the expense of using the work of other artists. That's my whole point.
Can I ask how you found it? Like you said you checked like Pinterest. Is it Google image search, or you just found?
No. The first one I was just wild scrolling on Google Images by looking into the I don't recall right now the name of
the designer.
The name of not the designer. The style of doing girls like that.
Yeah.
Something like Gesugao, something like that. And you look into that, which I didn't know the name of, and you will find a lot of characters like that. And one of them, it was flipped, but it had the same angle, the same expression, the same eyes, everything. So
yeah.
And there you have it.
Like, maybe I can chime in here, right? I posted a screenshot on Twitter. When the case came out, the first thing I wrote to a friend of mine was, the M4 looks like stolen artwork. I have proof of that on Discord logs. You can just see it, right? If you know how to make skins. Something about the skin looked off.
What, because it's too good, or what?
No, in my opinion, it looked off because the anime artwork itself is quite good, but the rest of the skin, in my opinion, doesn't really hold up to it. Like, for example, the projections, like the projection on the gun, right? So the magazine is like painted at the front and the back, but the sides are black.
That as well. That's a
right.
good point.
That's like, if you look in the workshop a lot and make skins yourself, right? You kind of see like good artists that can draw this, and I'm not a good artist. I can't draw this, right? But like people that can, like, they normally tend to have better projections of the artwork onto guns.
You mean you mean the magazine, like look on stream, like the
yes, and the back, right?
It's
like small details like that.
This is the first time I ever used Adobe 3D Substance Painter as well. So I did my work first in Illustrator, and put them over, and put them on the 3D gun,
T-Rex,
you know.
I think it's Faunus just didn't make skins before. Like, or sorry, like I don't want to put words into your mouth, but it's maybe just like. Or...
And like also that's the first time I ever used 3D Substance Painter, because the P90, Mach 10, and Tech 9, I actually sat in Photoshop with the what is it called, the UV sheet or whatever it's called, and cut out and like actually drew it in there.
Like T-Rex, so T-Rex, what you are saying, sorry, because for me it makes no sense. Sorry, you say the artwork is too good for the execution of the skin. Like this, yeah, but it's two different programs, no? Like maybe he's good at art, but bad at creating a skin.
I mean, could be, and he kind of made my point, right? So he may draw stuff outside and has never done a gun before, and that's why the two things mismatch. That's quite possible, but it's quite uncommon to see it on the workshop. Like normally, if you see a drawing of this level, the rest of the gun is to a similar level, right? This is kind of what my first impression was.
From your years of experience, it looks unusual. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, I look at the workshop quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
And this is kind of what I noticed. Like, I don't know, this is no proof or anything, this is just what my first impression were. So,
but an impression is just an impression. And like if Faunus is, like, because he does art, maybe he's not 24/7 in the workshop, you know? Like he focuses. Faunus, I don't want to put words into your mouth, maybe you want to say.
Hey guys, nice talking to you. I'm gonna leave, I don't think.
Okay. Thank you for joining.
Any further. Hey, have a good one.
You too. Like if you want
to... I do draw a lot, I paint a lot. That's, my main thing. And as I mentioned earlier as well, I have a graphic design business that I run in daytime. So, like, I don't have that much time to look at the workshop. And as I said as well, it's the first time I ever touched, Substance 3D Painter. Because I started in Photoshop with it as well, with the cutting out and stuff. But it, I couldn't make it match, so I had to figure out. I tried Blender, but I couldn't,
and
manage the program.
I think that's a legit explanation for what my observation was. Like, I actually buy that, right? It makes sense.
I just want to play Dark and Darker, bro.
Before,
Can they
but
hurry
I've
up?
never projected it onto a gun. I think that's a legitimate argument. I believe you, so in that case.
Thanks, man.
But like again, that was my first impression. Why I thought the gun looked off, right? But
yeah.
I got actually a small question connected to this, basically because I'm working a lot with this field. Have you considered to work with maybe 3D code?
Wait, I'm gonna show you something first.
Yeah.
Hair.
Can I show it on stream?
Yeah. Of course. Here's what I started with. You see, I was cutting out. I'm
you
getting
was working with UV.
Yeah.
See.
And then I figured out the Substance 3D Painter, and it looks like that,
So you didn't use 3D code because it's quite common for, let's say, artists that work with basically with 2D most of the time, and they find, let's say, some sort of tutorial of 3D code usually because it has very good link to Photoshop projection.
Yeah.
Connor, you're a little bit mad, no?
Basically can very easily
Connor's tilted that his
apart,
skin
because
didn't
if
get
you
accepted.
Look even at Two Minds
Connor, I can see right through
they
you, buddy.
have,
Much love.
let's say, they
No need to
work
be jealous.
really cool.
Maybe next case.
That were, let's say, made with, let's say, these back planes automatically filled. That's why I just wanted to, let's say, just of curiosity ask, maybe have you tried 3D code, or you just tried to drop to yourself to Substance Paint?
Yeah.
Because Substance Paint is right now quite a big deal, and its projection pipeline is a bit more complicated.
Yeah. As like you see here as well, like I even numbered the parts to know where to put this shit,
Yeah, T-Rex, like, look, like, come on, man. Like, he knows his art, he doesn't know fucking Substance fucking Painter.
And here is like the P90, you clearly can see I made.
Yeah, I believe in that. Again,
you just said it looked uncommon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually, probably, like you see on the workshop, people, they do just slap on the artwork, right? That they just copy paste it, and that's probably you get the same vibe from this because it has the same characteristics like the magazine. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. That was my first impression. It was just a gut feeling because of that. I didn't check for the artwork that was stolen or something like that.
You're just
I don't
trying to
care that
take the
much.
cookie points like, oh, I knew something was up.
Yes. Yep.
Bro, yeah, bro. This guy.
Yeah, it was like
Oh
it was a
my
lucky
God.
coincidence that I wrote a message.
Jesus. Okay. I mean, guys, I think we ended on that. Fairness, though. I mean, all the messages like if somebody are taping some fucking bullshit, bro. Fuck those pussies. I mean, it is, bro. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
like if people like come to you and like, yeah, harass you, like yeah, they should fuck themselves, right?
Of
That's
course,
not okay.
And as well, like, if you don't think that you did anything wrong, then that's what.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit there if I thought I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, you accepted the call as well, which as well, I have to say, like, heads up. Usually, like, I don't know, people don't. It's live. You say something, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, like I don't have nothing to hide,
Yeah. And yeah, what else is there to add? I mean, at the end of the day, Valve may have a look now because DANIDEN, of course, he has a lot of skins in the game already. They probably see this. They may take a look. And then they are the ones to judge. Right? Like, and the M4A4 is not part really of the discussion. It's the things around it, the collection, which doesn't say it's not a problem, I think, right? Because it's still the same guidelines, and then the account would be a problem. You would be the problem, not the skin would be a problem, I think. Yeah. But again, I don't know. So yeah, it is what it is. Don't feel too sad or something. You still have an M4 in the game, which if you think, that, like, I mean, yeah, you did the M4 Zack. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
Some people, I already see it. Some people seem jealous. Like, T-Rex, you say no? I'm telling you, bro. What the fuck? I think there's some jealousy, not in this room, but in the chat. There's some people, I feel like, I don't know. And as well probably on Twitter, bro.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not jealous because I know I could never like draw this good, right? So like he's not taking anything away from me. My skits aren't nearly to this level, right? So like, yeah, there's nothing he's taking away from me or that I can be jealous of.
Yeah, it's quite possible that can be a couple just jealous people that use it. Honestly, I don't think that DANIDEN made his post of jealous. So they just using his post as excuse to, let's say...
Yeah. And now they hop on the train like, oh, yes, look. Yeah. That always happens as well, bro. I swear. It's like always, there's something small like, oh, yeah, like, retweet, look. And then they just, hop on the train. And then they use the post as like, fucking intermediary. Oh, I didn't do this, but I like it. I retweeted. Okay. Yeah, if honest, don't... let your fucking, I don't know, don't let your, I don't know, accepted into the game get destroyed by this.
Yeah, it was, it was like,
yeah.
I'm a usually, a really, what's called sensitive guy, so like, like I get really affected by those comments and stuff like that,
Yeah. Yeah, we have to see.
True.
There could be another contraband. No, absolutely not. Even if it would be a traced skin, like a completely different scenario, if somebody would have traced a skin, T-Rex, you say it still wouldn't happen, right? If Valve accepted a skin which would be traced, like, of course, the M4, absolutely not. But if there would be a skin, they would just make their own design and change the name, maybe, right? And then call it a day. Okay, hey, guys, it's late. Maybe if somebody, if you want to have some last words, maybe Fairness, I don't know, like, only if no.
What could I say? Like, I don't know.
They always say it, if I watch interviews on stream, they always say, any last words?
I feel like Monizy now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. I like, thanks for, the support, but also please, there's always two sides of a case, Don't just jump straight into the wave or whatever you should call it. you know. And yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay. Hey, and I think we can all agree, by the way, that the M4 looks amazing. Even if I mean, hey, even if there would be some things around, bro, I fucking love the M4. Hey, nice fucking M4.
Thanks, man.
T-Rex, maybe you want to say something as well.
No, I'm curious where this will go. But I just want to say no one harass him, please. That's not okay.
Yeah, fuck no.
Thank you.
Okay, hey, then have a wonderful fucking night, boys.
You too, man.
Yeah. Kuss, 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 kuss. See ya. Thank you all for joining.
See you,
Strengths and you as well.
Thank you.
Of
Nice
course.
to hear you.
Of
Bye.
course, man. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
WW.